It's no way that I should date a chick and she don't know that I am part of Reckless Gentlemen. Yo, welcome to Reckless Gentlemen Podcast. We're in the building again with another special guest. We have Cam in here, and if y'all in any groups that we in, this is Denny Taylor. So I'm gonna pass it on to her, let her introduce herself and let us know what you have going on.
Hi guys. I'm the Baker Bay, I guess you can call me. I have
Baker Bay.
Corrupt Cupcakery. I know if y'all are in the groups, I've posted a few times about my stuff. And other than that, I'm on my TikTok journey. So if you want to follow your girl, follow me at hername.isheffy, HEPHI. And tap in.
Okay, so these cupcakes, are they just regular cupcakes or they infused?
Yeah, they're infused.
Infused with
liquor.
alcohol or?
That's why they corrupt.
I was wondering what they were.
Why they
the
was
corrupt
got
was.
them Bill
They
Cosby
corrupt.
cupcakes. That's what
Because
she got.
they
them.
are infused
Yeah.
with alcohol. Okay, cool. We definitely gonna have to get some of that for you.
Over 40 flavors, guys. So.
What?
Oh yeah, we got to
There's
get some of that.
abundance.
Jeff, you got to send us a menu so we can order. So we can
yeah.
get some.
Right.
Tell you which ones we want to try.
We're gonna try those
Next
out
time
on the show.
I'll come bearing gifts.
Oh, we definitely gonna have to get something for you. Now we're gonna support. We're gonna
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
support.
I like to be Bill Cosby every once in a while.
We're gonna support. So we're gonna get some of that for you. Check it out.
Oh, for real.
For sure.
Mhm.
But anyway, I guess we're gonna hop right into it. You know what I mean? Because she came on the day looking real innocent, but I know her from Facebook. You already know her from Facebook, and we know she ain't innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we know she gonna.
I know she got
We
some
know
fire.
she gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gonna get up out of it.
Y'all already shooting
she
shots.
extra cute or whatever right now, but we gonna get down with it
I need that
today.
little button to go. Pew.
Right.
So we finally got somebody to jump. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
For real, I
she
feel
gonna
like
pop.
y'all ganging up on me.
Nah,
Look
but
at
we
this.
know she gonna pop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just
I be
listening.
seeing
I know
on her.
Yeah, I'm
She
listening.
she know how to type some stuff.
Yeah, she handled herself, and
And she
acting
worded
real,
it very perfect.
real quiet
thank
right
you.
now. But we're gonna get out of that.
I'm
you know
gonna
what I
hold
mean?
it down, ladies.
That's what she say. That's what she say.
I'ma
Y'all
try.
gonna have to help her out on here. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? 'Cause
We
we
gonna
ain't-
ignore y'all though, just so you
we
understand.
ain't gonna
Yeah, I
play
ain't
no
reading nothing
games.
y'all talking about.
Play
Yeah.
no games with it.
Mhm.
But one of the first things that I know for sure that we wanted to discuss was I need a man that can handle me women. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just looking, I'm looking because I really want to understand, or we really want to understand, you know what I'm saying, as your perspective as a woman, you know what I'm saying, exactly like what does that mean? Because we're gonna tell you our perspective of how we take it. We're gonna tell you how we take it, but we want to know, what does that mean? I need a man that can handle me.
Well, for me, I really don't subscribe to that.
Oh, you don't?
No, I need a man that's going to take care of me. I'm not a rag doll. I'm not going to be handled.
Okay.
So,
What does take care?
emotionally inept, physically inept. Spiritually is the key for me. Like, if we're not aligned, like, that's my biggest, like, in my spiritual journey, that's been my biggest thing. And having men fall to the wayside is, I get the whole pretty thing, like the bimbo thing, like I don't really have any depth, but the moment I actually speak to a man, then it feels like I'm intimidating when I have actual conversation, or like I start digging for something of substance from a man. Like, they'll talk to me. I get a lot of temperature checks from men.
Maybe because they got low vocabulary, and you like to use inept. And
I get temperature checks
you know what I'm saying?
before
Like,
we
you
even
come
have
into
a conversation. I get
some
temperature checks.
people are not. What I'm trying to say.
Some people aren't capable of having conversations outside of hoodnomics or clubs or just.
So you come up to them with a some you went to college.
A little bit.
So you come up to them with some college vocabulary, something besides a damn 10th grade reading level.
Right.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, this bitch think
Yeah. And then they try to humble you, right?
You better than me, huh?" And so
you can't even
so
imagine how many arguments.
But I understand that sometimes you got to get on that person that's on your level.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you can't understand the words that's coming out of my mouth, baby, I can't dump down to your level. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on that one for now.
But yeah, I mean, when people say a man, when I hear that term, it usually comes from a woman that kind of is deemed like hot-headed or like very ignorant. Very opinionated, whatever, in their masculine energy, really, and so, somebody that can overpower that.
Very much in that
so
masculine
I take
energy.
it as a woman that kind of is like, I guess, stuck in her ways, and it's like I refuse to change who I am. So I need a man that can handle me at this point as I am right now, because I refuse to change anything about
as
me.
I am type shit.
And for the most part, it's kind of like I would say like toxic girl. Anyways, like from a toxic standpoint, like there's some things that need to be worked out. There's some unhealthy walls that she may have up. And if that guy is not willing to climb those walls,
you gotta have some patience too.
Right. But then you get like, there's two sides of the coin, because, you know, there's the aggressive side and then there's a woman who has healthy boundaries. But a woman who has healthy boundaries like myself, I don't think that's why I say I wouldn't say that. I come to a point where I don't want to be handled. Handled has such a like aggressive connotation to it. I want to be nurtured and cared for. Like a puppy or something.
So for you to play on words or the word handle itself is an issue.
What?
So for you to play on words or the word handle itself is an issue for you. You don't like necessarily the word handle, but you do subscribe to a man being able to
deal with your personality.
Right, to deal with or to be able to accept. Not only accept, but also deal with the boundaries, the healthy boundaries that you do have.
It's somebody that is aligned and is cohesive with my boundaries and my personality, because then it wouldn't feel like much of a chore with it. Right.
This is true.
Yeah, and then, you know, you spoke on the wording. To me, I'm very intentional on the words that I pick or I choose to say. I believe that words create worlds. So yeah, if you use that word, you know, with that comes a certain energy.
So does the words? I'm finna. All right.
Because we definitely still want to speak on the those that do you know what I'm saying.
But I'm not a representative.
Use the I feel like handle a man that can handle them.
You can be handled. I mean, if you take the word handle, it's necessary. Not okay. The main one is gonna be, can you handle me as a man? Can you handle me, or can you take care of me, or can you provide, or whatever you want to talk about? But you can your ass can get handled in the bedroom too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you want the word handle to be used in the bedroom, but not as towards you. Can you be? Yeah. Okay, I kind of figured that she got a little nasty.
So it's different areas.
They just got to word the words right. Like, girl, I can handle that ass now. You know what I'm saying?
So different areas in which we can use handle.
Right.
You can use
in
handle in that space, but don't use handle.
All right, I got you. I agree with that. I mean, you know, yeah. So I was kind of, I was like, oh, she want to get handled.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a different conversation.
That's way off the mark.
I'm just saying that's what I caught. No, that's what I caught. You know what I'm saying? I understand she want to get handled. You know, she want to get treated like a lady, want a man to take care of. But the other part is I read between the lines, nigga using the word handle in the wrong word in the way.
Yeah, okay,
there you go.
Handle was being used in the wrong.
But not very many women are looking at it from her perspective. When they say that shit, they mean some other shit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But I think us as a collective, I think we're moving towards being in our feminine energy. I think
who?
Women like myself. I think as a collective, like I said what I said.
What you mean?
I mean, I understand you said it.
but we're
You just
moving
don't agree.
towards that.
I do not agree with
Right.
that.
Well, it's your surroundings, but this is an insider.
Okay.
A spy.
Y'all had a
Okay.
y'all had a meeting together.
Oh, y'all got a group chat
and we're
meeting.
moving towards it's okay to be dainty. It's okay to be fragile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the strong, independent black woman. I don't believe in that. Like, no.
That's different. That's actually different for 2022 because most women that I've encountered or even spoken with, like, it's the opposite.
They're in the independent phase.
Yeah, they're in the
extremely,
and it's not necessarily just independent because I don't find anything wrong with independent.
Yeah.
It's just that it seems that now what comes with the independent woman and the strong woman is the I don't need you type attitude.
I got a degree.
Right,
you know what I mean?
though.
I can do this by myself, this, that, and the third. That seems to be what comes with that. So for those women that believe or feel the way that you feel, and it's not to say that you necessarily need a man, but you don't want to necessarily have to need.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So I believe in like being interdependent rather than hyper independent.
Okay.
When a man is
I'm gonna ask you to break those down for us that don't.
What?
I'm gonna ask her to break them.
Oh, okay. I understand. Go ahead. They
mean,
might not understand.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah.
I understand, but I have a following, and this is not a shot against my friends.
Some of y'all
for the class.
That just may not understand.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Might be thirds.
Right. Interdependent. I mean, that's just like the helpmate. I mean, like if a man if I have a suitor and that we're both interested in one another or whatever, and we're showing our attributes, our good traits, or what we're seeing, what we're wanting in a partner, my wrist should be broke. So, that I stand alone. When you met me, I was but if we're heading towards a path to where we're merging our lives together, and trying to have a shared experience in a relationship, then I want to play dainty. I want to be the damsel in distress, but that I got it. Yeah. But and you also, as a man, when it's my man, would want to feel like, oh, I'm her brawn. She's the beauty, I'm the brawn type of dynamic. I would think.
So
that's how it's supposed to be.
So you believe in so you would say you believe in gender roles.
You just said help me, so
if you're a helpmate,
that's in the Bible.
A helpmate though, but I'm not finna be cooking and cleaning and doing all the dishes by myself.
Nah, of course not. Not alone. Not
alone. No, I believe in
but you do believe that there are certain things that as a woman, as a lady, that you shouldn't have to do because you want to be the dainty one. So there are certain things that as a lady that you don't have to do. You don't want to. I don't have to. Even though you would be, you're an independent woman, and you can very well, if you have to, take the trash out. But if you have a man, that's something that you don't feel like you should have to do. Yeah. I have a man here. Why am I touching the trash?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that in itself would be a gender role. Like, if you're gonna be here, play your role as a man. Not to say that I can't do it, but as my man, do that.
Because I don't want to merge into your lane,
right?
And I don't want you to merge into mine.
Because I ask because oftentimes I've seen that people frown upon gender roles or whatever, but I honestly don't feel that there's an issue with them. Right. Like I don't have an issue with the role of man, and there's a certain things that fall under that category of man that I should do that my woman shouldn't have to.
True.
The thing about that is our gender roles as men are stationary. They've been the same since the beginning. We're expected to protect, provide, and whatever else they say we're supposed to do.
Right. A lot of the dirty work type stuff.
This is the same shit that been on. The difference is women's roles have been fluid.
Yes. That's literally what the definition of masculine and feminine energy. Women flow, masculine energy is very linear, very logical.
They should flow.
as
We're on
well.
the
You feel like they
feminine
should flow as well?
No. We
It's
should
not.
be us.
I
I
mean,
don't want
it's
to
a
do
balance.
anything different.
Okay.
It's a balance.
I don't want to tiptoe in their lanes. Like they,
Got you.
They
got
can
you.
stay. They can
He
have
trying
their.
to
I
say
mean,
he
I
don't
believe
want
in
it.
balance,
But
though.
what? So all right, hold on. So okay, not never mind. Go ahead. I was about to say some
No,
shit.
you say pop your shit. That's
Nah.
what we here for. Pop your shit.
I mean,
Say it.
I was forgetting his ass for a minute.
Mhm.
But
If he deserves it, if his ass is to be gay, do it.
I mean, but
He trying to get rowdy.
Look, he wanted what you were about to say.
so I'm saying when he say because he was raised by the same people that I was raised by.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you say don't tiptoe in a woman's what's that mean?
tiptoe in a woman's lane.
Yeah. Like what is the woman's lane?
Yeah.
Cooking, cleaning.
And he was taught all that. I just want him to say that. I just want him to say that. I just wanted him to say that because he was taught all that.
I'm just playing.
I want the rebuttal to.
I am just playing.
I want to hear the rebuttal to it.
I forgot what we was at bullshit.
You go ahead.
Tiptoeing in the women's lane.
What?
Me and tiptoeing in the women's lane.
Cooking, cleaning, what
Because
else?
I just want him to say that because
Laundry.
we was taught all that.
Laundry,
Our
ironing.
parents taught us to do what we do. If you don't have a woman to help you do this, that, or the other, you should be able to do this by your goddamn self.
Right.
But if you have her
Not to
here,
depend
if you
on
have
no
her there,
woman
then
to
she
do
should
shit
do
for
it.
you.
I'm not saying she should
the way
do
we
it,
was taught.
because that's not how I do it.
But this is the thing though, because that brings me back to what I just asked her though. And I feel like it's kind of like a double standard. Because I just asked her that it's not that she can't take out the trash if she needs to, if she absolutely had to. She's very well capable as an independent woman. But if she has a man,
he's supposed to
take that out.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
role.
son.
That's a role of a man.
It's a gender role.
So I don't understand why is there
Well,
a
my son
difference.
is not my man.
But I'm saying,
You need to take the trash out.
but
though.
you can teach him how to
I
take the
hate
trash
that.
out for
But-
a woman
Yeah.
because you're a woman.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
But
saying?
I'm
That's
not
one of the roles
okay.
that young
But
men
the
are
du-
supposed to be taught.
But the double standard in that is
You don't let your sister take out the trash.
Facts.
You take out the damn
Facts.
trash.
But the double standard in that is that we just recognize that, just as an example, that taking out the trash is something that a man should do if he's there instead of the woman doing it,
That's
right?
right.
So why is it crazy that
Oh,
we
you
have
trying
an
to say
expectation
if the woman there and the dishes are dirty,
or
you know
something
what I'm
like
saying?
that, something that we've always considered more of a woman's role, more domestic. You know what I'm saying? Because we just said that taking the trash out is something that a man should do if a woman is around. So if I have a woman and the dishes need to be washed, or maybe there's food that needs to be cooked,
it's a couple.
why is there not an expectation for her to do that instead of me? Why is there a double standard in that role of gender but it's not in the other way around?
Because women roles are fluid.
And that's the issue that that's what I'm trying to
we carry the bulk of the burden of the relationship, if I'm being completely transparent.
You carry the bulk of the burden or the burden of the please
How?
explain.
The emotional burden?
Everything.
Y'all are naturally
Not
emotional.
every-
Men are emotional too. You
Yeah.
just don't show it like y'all do.
No, y'all do. Y'all are very.
I don't want to get off this.
Go.
I
My
really
But-
want this
Go
explain.
ahead,
But
explain.
no, with the domestic labor, I don't think we should have to do it 100% of the time.
So should I
mean,
expect for you to take out the trash too if I'm there?
The trash is the trash.
And
It's
this
still
is just an
domestic
example.
labor.
This is just an example.
I'm cooking and cleaning and fucking and sucking.
So,
and
all right, so
taking
you
care
are
of
doing it.
kids and
So you
all the
agreeing
other
that you
stuff.
are doing it.
And
So
and
you
pumping
agreeing
gas.
that
I'm talking about if we're gonna weigh what domestic labor is, we got like 6 things to the one. Take the fucking trash out.
you think the trash is the only thing that a man will have to do domestically?
What else?
Are you pumping your gas when your significant other is in the passenger seat of the car?
Something needs fixed around the
Or-
house.
or-
If
in the
anything needs
driver's
to be
seat.
repaired around the house, are you doing that?
I mean, do you know how to?
I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's
men,
why
men
you gotta-
do
you
garden
gotta
work
choose-
too.
you gotta
I
pick
like
the-
doing garden
You got to
work.
pick the right man to have
Mow
that
the grass.
conversation.
Right.
You got to
But
pick the right
so
man.
It's
So
so
we're
many
gonna speak.
variables.
So we're gonna
women
speak in
are
the.
expected to.
Well, we're gonna speak in the realm of the right man because our
Right.
women don't know how to cook neither.
Yeah, I'm tired of paper plates and cheese.
Our
on
women
every
don't know how to
damn thing.
cook. Our women don't know how to cook.
Alfredo
Our women don't
chicken.
know how to-
So are we not programmed to be the perfect wife? You guys are programmed to play with cars and GI Joes.
We're not going to speak on the realm of programming because
I'm saying like we're built
but I
have
don't
those basic.
But I don't
Oh, no, y'all
necessarily.
ain't built
No,
to do
those
that.
are took
I
out
mean,
now.
I mean, whoo.
Because I was-
you was because
You were
the
taught
women.
because I can speak from my perspective, but
Right.
I was taught to fix things
Okay.
around the house. I was taught to take out the trash. I was taught to do the lawn and things like that, just as well as my sisters. Because I have sisters. They were taught by my mom like to cook, clean, and not to say that that's all that they're supposed to do.
Right.
But as my dad fixed things around the house. He did he cut the lawn. He did all of those types of things. He took out the trash. My mom never touched trash or anything like that, and my sisters were shown certain things domestically by my mother. So it was like a balance. There was certain things domestically that my mom did and just didn't do. There was also things that my dad did and there was other things that he just didn't do. There was a balance. But it seems now that the expectation for a man to continue to do those things that we were taught and brought up to do, it's like those are standard. That's what you're supposed to do. But once somebody say, oh, the woman is supposed to cook or clean or whatever the case may be, it's like, what you mean we supposed to cook, clean? Well, why am I supposed to do these things that I was brought up and taught to do? But now all of a sudden, the things that women were taught and brought up to do, those things they can pick and choose if they should.
Somebody said because they got full-time jobs. But we got full-time jobs
as well.
You know what I mean? If a father, let's say the fathers back in the day, I'm not going to speak of some fathers now. A father goes to work, especially if he's a black man, right? Goes to work, got to deal with the bullshit of the world. Comes back to the house to be a father. Got to help you with the kids, not just you, the woman taking care of the kids.
You said the fathers back in the day.
Back in the day, I mean, like you know what I mean. Like my grandfather, like me when I was married. Let me tell you, when I was married, I went home. I dealt with the bullshit of the world, and then I came and I got on to it. If I needed to get in my kids' ass, help with homework or do that, I came and I did that. You see what I'm saying? And then I cooked, I cleaned. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got a couple of jewels in here because the consensus says otherwise. I mean, I've never had two men in the same room that does all the things.
I think
my mama told me not to depend on no woman.
I think that depends on what area in the men that you are also polling.
Yeah, exactly. So you get into the conversation of the pool that you're surrounding yourself with, like that's your reality, stuff like that. But for the most part, no. Especially back in the day, you had daddy going to work, daddy coming home, daddy beating mama's ass, daddy going and getting and having two other families down the street on the same block.
You talking about great grandpa then, huh?
You said back in the day. What's back in the day?
Back in the day, I mean, I ain't say go back to 1919,
no.
I mean,
no, that's not.
That's a fantasy too.
She went
that's
back
a fantasy
to
too because when you say that, you basically say that every family back in the days, all the men beat their wives.
No,
they might have fucked around on their wives because that's pretty much what men and women do. But every woman was not beat back in the day. So those horror stories are passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, generational curse.
And they stay with these women. They're put into these women. When every man, I have never hit a woman a day in my life.
And my grandpa sure didn't beat my grandma's ass. My grandma said I might have hated the motherfucker, but we stayed together. I mean, it might have been 25 years of hatred because he got on my damn nerves, but the other 50-something years, I stayed with him because I loved him.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Take the abuse out of it. Daddy wasn't a good communicator. You pass that on to what we have today.
That's every generation.
Exactly. We have lack of communication, lack of emotional ineptitude.
Absolutely.
And we weren't taught to be emotional.
And I was about to say that's a situation. That's a point of teaching and upbringing because that's honestly why I feel like as a black man and as black men period, like we absolutely need counseling and we need to be deprogrammed because we were programmed to believe that we're not supposed to communicate in a certain way, and we're not supposed to show certain. That's true. Certain we got our ass kicked when we started crying. You know what I'm saying? We weren't supposed to show certain emotion. You know what I mean? Right. So I absolutely agree. Like
other than anger,
they weren't great communicators or you know what I'm saying, showers of how to express emotion, and then oftentimes, and Not all, like you said, but some.
Yeah, some of them.
The lack of being able to communicate and express emotions.
I got a question for y'all.
Came out negative way, and it was in abuse.
So y'all got kids. That's like me. As a man, I was an angry child. I was angry. I was angry at a lot of stuff. But you know what my therapy was? I had kids. And as for me had kids, at first I started seeing that generational curse of angry. The way we was about, don't you fucking cry. The fuck you crying for? You know what I'm saying? So I had to sit back and think about like, damn, I didn't like getting treated like that. So I'm not finna do my boys like that. You know what I mean? And then when I especially had my little girl, all type of therapeutic shit came. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you gotta stop doing this because I made fun of him when he had a girl before me. And I was like, boy, all the shit you did. And then next thing you know, I had a girl. And I was like, damn. So it made me look at women the other way. And I was like, I gotta stop doing this. I gotta stop doing it because karma is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It might not hit me, but it might hit my daughter, and then I'm gonna end up going to jail.
I just want to say, I did no wrong to any of these females out here back in the days. So ain't no karma should be coming back for me for nothing. I ain't do no lying. I ain't beat nobody. I ain't throw no rocks.
Ain't beat nobody.
Well, ain't no thunder coming over here.
All right, so
I ain't did nothing.
So pretty much what I get out of it is, for one, you don't subscribe to wanting a man to be able to handle you. You subscribe more to
a traditional standpoint.
Yeah,
and having
that's good though.
A helpmate.
That's good. It's not that many people out there like you though. I mean, you need to talk to them Alfredo women. I mean, you don't put regular cheddar cheese on Alfredo to me.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was lost.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, and bro, I don't mind getting fed on paper plate as long as it's something good.
Right.
It gotta be decorated.
Yeah,
it gotta be good. You just can't come put some chicken in some not even shell macaroni. They give you the ones that skinny, the sticks. That we used to have back in the day when you didn't really have no food to eat. You got the powdered cheese.
Oh, hell.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come at me like that because I'm finna tell you something. I'm a picky eater and I like certain tastes. You know what I'm saying? And
so as a breakdown, you don't subscribe to being handled. So as just a general breakdown, what exactly do you subscribe to? Like what type of man
do you like?
What type of relationship? Like what is ideal for you particularly? Not we already got on what women say do that we our perspective, but we want things from a woman's perspective. As reckless gentlemen, honestly, I feel like the best advice in dating a woman, courting a woman, and eventually marrying a woman, you don't get that from another man. You get that from a woman,
unless he's successfully married.
And even then, he can be successfully married already.
I mean, because you don't take advice from a motherfucker that
you don't take advice on. We don't take advice on what you want in a woman from a man, because how the hell does he know whether he's successfully married or not? He's successfully married to a woman, and what he had to figure out was what that woman wanted.
Right.
So in order for us as men to know what it is that a woman wants, she's a woman that doesn't subscribe to being handled. So I like
doing that to Derek. He don't catch it, but I do it every time.
I know you're trying to get me to talk. I know you're trying to get me to talk, nigga, and I appreciate that because I'm gonna do it. So what I'm asking is that, what is it in a man that you look for you if you're not a woman that wants to be handled?
Well, like I was going to say, I think that question is kind of a red flag, to be honest, because I don't no longer feed into giving somebody the blueprint. Like, case
I've always wondered. That was I love this. Thanks for that segue. Why?
Because it gives emotional manipulators, narcissists. It attracts the wrong energy. And the good ones, yes, but you also get the ones that be like, okay, I'm gonna do everything you said, point by point. Rope you in and flip the script. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
so I'm not gonna tell you the whole.
Okay, so this has always been my thing when it comes to that, right? My thing has always been when it comes to that. When it comes to that, before, this is just my idea, my perspective. Before you give the blueprint, you be a good picker first. You decide, because at the end of the day, I'm a man, and I completely understand
that.
that.
How would be a good picker if you just ask the damn question?
No.
That's like a first day question.
No, it's not a first day question. I'm asking you a question just for the sake of the show. But if you're a date, then I don't believe it. If you're going on a date, I don't believe you give that answer.
No, I'm saying this question period people ask on the first date, and it's like
they don't even know.
Okay,
they try to like,
they asked it in a phone call.
All right, I don't believe. Okay, I understand that. Not giving it on the first date.
But females put all their business on social media too. I need a man that do this, and I need a man that do that. Right. Of course, you going to attract a bullshit ass nigga if you put it on goddamn Facebook.
But besides that, besides putting it on social media, like at the end of the day, we do what they allow us to do.
That's true.
Period.
That's true.
We don't have this. We don't have to say so. We don't get to say so until you're married. And even when you're married, you still don't have to say so. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you make the decisions. You make the decisions, and you be the head. But you be the head according to what's best for your woman and your children, your family.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So yeah, we make the decisions according to them. At the end of the day, they run it all. So you don't give up all of those. You don't give up all of that information on what you need in a man off top. What you do is that women, y'all interview, and once you get to a point to where you've picked what you feel is the right type of man or the right man,
right?
Then you give all the answers.
Right.
Then you give all the answers. You tell these men or this man exactly what you need, because at this point I've chose you, and if I choose you, I want you to win, and if I want you to win, I'm gonna give you all the answers. Now, what happens after that is, what do you do with those answers that I just gave you? Right. If I didn't weed through everybody, and I'm like, okay, you're the one that I believe I want. Now I'm gonna give you the entire answer sheet. Now, what do you do with those answers? That's what I'm asking. What do you do when I've given you everything?
Was what did I want?
Right.
So that's kind of contradictory to what you're saying.
Women give the answers without even knowing it. Let me give you an example. Right? They give you the answers without even knowing it. I'm not gonna tell the man how to be a man or how to take care of me. Right?
Tell me how to do it anyway.
But absolutely when y'all get pissed off, y'all tell everything. Everything. But y'all tell it to the wrong bullshit ass person. Because you'll be like, all I want, a dick. Somebody told me a shoulder to lean on is a dick to ride on. Let me tell you how you ride on that dick. So let's say,
pause.
Y'all, no, not like that, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell you how they end up on the dick. Not the ride dick. I'm gonna tell you how they end up on the dick. I'm gonna rephrase that.
Please rephrase it.
So okay, you get pissed off. Let's say you was dating, right? And you was in a serious relationship. And let's say, I'm gonna use you as an example. I know y'all never talk, but I'm gonna use y'all as an example. Let's say y'all was talking, right? You was in a serious relationship. She gets pissed off. I know she likes social media, right? So, or she likes or some old dude that you think is a nice guy comes to you, you're pissed off at him. So he's like, well, come vent to me. Might be a homeboy. So he'd be like, all I want that nigga to do is take me out on a simple date. All I want him to do is just come as a woman and say, hey, get dressed. And I'm about to take you somewhere. You giving the blueprint to your goddamn heart right then and there. All I want is niggas not to lie to me. All I want a nigga is I like a man with that dress himself up, smell good. Nigga would go buy some $100 Creed just to make them come around your ass and be like,
yeah. I mean, there's two things. There's one, somebody that's not completely whole themselves, and two, there's a woman that's playing the game. Because
so y'all be playing the game by giving the blueprint on the slick side?
Yeah. Or like I said, it's either a woman that is not completely whole with herself and still spouting out, because I don't I don't have the energy to do that. I don't have the energy to do that unless I just want another dick. For me, at this point in my life, like if like I like to let a man do what he want to do so that I can see what he rather do. And then if he do that, then I'm gonna just move around. So like
I have this is my question before we get ready to move on to the next topic. I have a question in regards to this. So every woman is different, right? Mm-hmm. What you expect, what you want, and all of that out of a man is totally different with what the next woman may want.
And the next.
If you don't convey that to a man, what is the expectation for him to do? Especially if he's dealt with other women and he's used to handling them in a certain way. And sorry to use the word handle. I know you don't like that, but I know he's used to dealing or interacting with other women in certain ways.
Right.
And it's not to say that he's not capable of different or not capable of change or not capable of giving you what you may want. Mm-hmm. But if he don't know that, what is the expectation of him? Is this just trial and error? And how do you know you're not missing or not, and not say missing in the fact of that's something that you absolutely need, but that could possibly be the man for you, just if he knew what it was that you wanted. And it's not in him playing the game, or it's not in him with the intent of even switching up on you. It's just that I'm used to this type of woman, and that's how I deal with them.
Well,
but
it's not a one size fit all.
It's not.
And a lot of men move that way, and they don't take the time to learn the woman on a case by case basis. Like you said, a woman will tell on themselves, just like a man will tell on himself. You know, a woman. I saw this podcast segment about gift giving or whatever. Like, I think this dude, his sister had bought him like an old school record player because he said something about it one time 2 years ago. Like, we are detail oriented, and I think men kind of need to tap more into that, because we talk, right? We're a very communicative species. So, and if you look, the signs are there, and that's just with the human experience in general.
Would you wait 2 years for a man to figure you out when you
already did?
When you can,
but that's what I'm saying.
I want you to go back and look at this show, and you just told the blueprint to yourself right now. I mean, this entire show, you just told the blueprint.
Not necessarily.
She just said that she watched the podcast, and the man's sister gave him a record player because 2 years ago he said he wanted it. So I'm asking, like, why wait 2 years to be like, okay, and I know it's just it's just an analogy, and I'm not saying 2 years to, like, I'm not meaning exactly 2 years, but just for the sake of the conversation, like, why wait 2 years to be like, I remember when you wanted this 2 years ago, and now and now it's clicking to me. Now it's clicking to me.
I mean, the thing was that
in 2 seconds you can say, look, this is my expectation as me as a woman, but that's after, again, you've weeded through and picked the right one. This is my expectation. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. Now, here you go. I'm giving you all of this. Now do with it what you may, but understand while you're doing with it what you may, I'm paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like your intent is not to the well-being of what I'm telling you I want or what I'm asking for, and then I have to move around.
Right.
But what I'm gonna do is give you the blueprint.
Right. Well, I have the conversation on boundaries. Like, I have no problem telling you my boundaries and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the frivolous, the cherries on top.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is gonna really, really get me through the door.
Okay.
No, there are standard expectations.
Right.
And then there are, dang, this is what sets him apart from all the other suitors.
Those things he will figure out by paying attention.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood. Understood. Understood.
I just want to say
boundaries.
that I really like this subject, but maybe it might be time for us to step to something else.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all get y'all?
I mean, we got a full. I didn't say
we got it.
I got a little key to you.
I got a little
key to you.
Hold on, let me
I got
add something real quick.
When you feel like you know me, you don't.
No, I'm saying I got a little key. I ain't saying I got the whole key. I got like the the peak hole key.
Oh,
See, that's my problem. I don't pay attention to shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she said 5 seconds ago.
I think you're probably at the stove, but
yeah. I ain't put the
I
recipe.
need to work on myself. Like,
you don't give a shit. But you should give a shit. You married, man.
Regardless, fool. I said
you already know the key, nigga. What else key you looking for?
He locked in the house already. He locked in the house already.
What else key you looking for, my nigga?
So moving like
Yeah.
the thing about
moving forward.
Moving forward. Another question. Okay. Another question that I've had. I'm pretty sure the fellas have had too.
Bitch.
Question. Would you rather be ghosted? Would you rather be ghosted or for a person to come right out and tell you that they're just not interested? Not only would you rather that, what side of the spectrum that are you on? Do you just ghost people or do you let them know that you're not?
She look like a ghost, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What do I look like?
Ghosting meaning I gave you some type of
no. That means stop texting you.
Ghosting means you absolutely ghost.
You.
Meaning, okay, so we're not talking about from the very beginning.
Meaning we went out. I didn't like you. I didn't answer phone calls. I didn't answer texts. I no longer interacted with you on social media. Nothing.
We're sorry.
Ghosts. You never heard or seen from me again. Like invisible.
The number that you're trying to reach is no longer in service, nigga. That's ghost.
Which one? Have you ever had a girl change her number on you?
Man,
that's you ain't gotta change the number. You can just straight block somebody. You can just block them. If you go to the extent of changing,
I don't think she blocked. Let me call her.
Yeah, that's like on stalker level or something.
I don't think she blocked me.
So which one do you do? Like, do you ghost people or do you let them know that you're not interested?
I do both.
You do both.
It's on a case by case basis because again, like there's certain things like if a man come at me in a certain type of way, no. You ain't gonna get no response. I'm not gonna grant you the energy for me to.
You mean when he comes to you in a certain type of way? You mean like if y'all already in like a talking stage and he just happened one day to be pissed off,
trying to get in the door? It don't matter. I think the question was be ghosted or not interested. So I think that's based on something that's like brand new, right? You know?
I mean, ghosting could be either one.
That's the question.
You interacted with them, whether y'all talked, whether y'all went out on a date, whatever. No matter what the case may be, no matter what level that you have reached with that person, do you ghost them or do you just tell them like straight up, I'm no longer interested or I'm not interested in you?
Yeah.
But if you ghost somebody in a 2-year relationship, you got somebody else.
We hear we hear too much about what men do in this rapey stuff, and women are very. I've had a woman take advantage of me while I was sleeping.
I think the difference is
sleeping.
The difference is something that we're gonna get.
I think she did too. That's why she didn't say that.
I think the difference is something. I think that.
Oh, I'm listening.
She exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what she says a deal breaker for her is the reason why she'll walk off. But when in regard to what you just said, I feel like the difference is something that
I'm supposed to like it.
The difference is something that we're gonna say for next time. It's because the difference is what we were taught as men and as little boys that
I see where you're going.
Having sex with women, especially older women, in whatever regard, just boys having sex with women is somewhat of an accomplishment or a good thing. So when you are taken advantage of, we don't see it as that because we see it as I just had sex with her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not the same for women. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get on that.
It should be
the same for us as it is for them. We should have that same level of integrity that if we are being taken advantage of, we don't see it as an accomplishment. Like that's something that we should raise a flag about.
Next time,
what I'm saying? That's something that we should speak on.
Let me say this.
We're gonna speak on that. We're gonna speak on that next time. We're gonna say that.
Not that, but I just want to say this. This man saved me.
From being raped?
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
When we was younger, I was in the club, on that. We was broke back then, so we was on that Paul, my son. So
and Paul was a dog. That Paul had you acting like a dog. There's a lot of women out there. They got that dog Paul.
We was on that Paul.
I mean, but they loved it though. But that's all we can afford at the time.
As far as ghosting go, and I've seen a lot of other women say that they do both. They do both too. Mm-hmm. So you're not opposed to ghosting, but depending on the situation, depending on the person, depending on what happens, you will let that person know, like, look, I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm gonna go.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. When it's not interested, I probably would say that out the gate.
How do you feel about? How would you feel about being ghosted then?
I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, there
Don't
you
give
go,
a damn.
girl. There you go.
really
If they didn't want you,
because
yeah.
I let it flow. At this point, I've come a long way.
How do you respond to being ghosted when you've invested a lot of yourself in that person though? So say, I mean, it's easy to not give a damn about being ghosted when you feel like I didn't put too much of me into this anyway. But when you invest a lot of yourself into a person, into a situation, to
That's
where
what I
maybe
hate.
you see more in it than they may have, and oftentimes we see a lot in a situation because we believe that the other person see a light in it as well. So we invest a lot of ourselves, a lot of our time, a lot of our energy, a lot of our money, a lot of everything into a person, into a situation, and then they ghost you.
Right.
How do you feel about that, and how do you handle it then? Is it just as easy to not give a fuck?
Now?
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm in the point in space in my life where I understand. Cookie, can you hear me? I understand that some people need your light at the time that you're in their lives. And what was the saying? I was gonna say, I don't know if it escaped me, but I just go with the flow. Not go with the flow because I don't like when people tell me that, or like I have a plan and direction, but I do let things fall off naturally, and what's aligned with me will stay, and what needs to go, that chapter. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say, own no one, but appreciate the experience. Once I let that go, like everything got easier for me. Like any relationships, any interactions that I have with people, I appreciate the space now. Like now, I like this conversation now. Will I ever see you again?
I agree with her.
I don't know.
I agree with her because I was told that I have a healing aura, and it attracts people that basically
Broken
or and I was told if you keep letting them feed off of you so many times, you'll eventually start feeling tired. And I was like, man, why the fuck I'm feeling tired?
Yes.
So I had to let a lot of people go, you know what I mean, because I just was like dealing with other people's shit. Even though I wasn't really helping them, but they was talking to me about their problems, and their problems actually became on me without me even
emotional
experiencing
dumping.
them. You see what I'm saying? So like that's why I watch out for who all around me, because I ain't got time to be giving you my goddamn energy.
And now I make doggy bags.
Yeah.
And I feel like this definitely easy to say, and I'm speaking from a point of experience.
Yeah,
like it's easy to say that if a person leave you, then let them go, and it's easy to say like don't give a fuck. And I'm not saying that you personally don't really give a fuck, because you quite possibly just when they leave like, okay, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. But it's difficult to invest yourself into a person, into a situation, and then when they leave, just be like,
that's true. But when you know it's better for you,
but
the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture, yes, but you have to get to a point of seeing that bigger picture. Because when you're invested in the situation, a lot of times what you see is your investment. And when you invest in anything, whether it's a relationship or it's a monetary investment, what you want to see in your investment is a positive return, right? We always have an expectation of a positive return on anything that you invest.
Right.
So when you lose on an investment, it's difficult to not feel that loss, especially in a relationship.
But sometimes,
so if I invest a lot in you and then you walk away with it, I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where
you feel the feelings.
I see where you're coming from.
Of course, you feel the feelings. That's a human experience,
right?
But I'm not going to dwell there, because I can have an authentic connection. Like I spent so long on the other side of that coin to where I totally understand exactly where you come from. So when I crossed over, I have a new insight on it. I mean, you can't possibly feel it until you get into that space. So it doesn't
It's
do
called wisdom.
a service.
It's wisdom.
It doesn't do a
Growing you
service.
Whew, one thing I learned about that, bro. I'm gonna tell you this now. I'm pretty sure y'all know y'all some type of religion. When you ask for wisdom and knowledge, it comes with a price.
Yep.
Always.
It comes with tests.
Facts.
It comes with a lot of stuff. I mean, when I became a Christian, the first thing I prayed for was, God, please give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But no one ever told me that when you ask for that, he will give it to you, but he will test you to see if you're gonna use it. You see what I'm saying?
And oftentimes the way in which he give it to you is the test. It's like, okay, you want wisdom? Well, I'm gonna put you through this to give it to you. You want strength? I'm not going to just make you strong.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is put this weight on you.
I learned that.
And then you have to learn to lift it. And that's where you get your
Exactly.
strength from. You know what I'm saying? So, I completely understand. What I've come to realize and notice is that God has a crazy sense of humor.
I never asked for none of that. Honestly, I never asked for that. All I ever thought about was like, make sure my family all right. Other than that, I ain't really asked for much.
Yeah, that's true. I did that a lot too. I mean, I'm that person like, man, I don't really give a damn about myself right now. I'm just, as long as my family all right. That's how I was as a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man. Anything that's gonna attack me is gonna come at me first. I'm gonna be all right because I came from the bottom. You know what I mean? But my family all right, I'm their shield. So if I break, the next person behind me is my wife, and the devil will come after the weaker vessel. You see what I'm saying? So I got to make sure myself is strong. So I pretty much,
Yeah.
Facts. Well, with that being said,
I mean, y'all asked me, would you rather be ghosted?
I was trying to get there.
Go ahead. Let's get it.
We got a couple.
Yeah, we're good. Go
we
ahead.
got like 2 or 3 minutes.
We're good. We're good on the timer. Would you rather?
Both of those hurt my feelings.
Facts. Absolutely. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was gonna say too.
He summed it up real quick.
They both hurt.
I thought he was gonna get into a story.
In conclusion,
They both hurt. Because as a man, I'm gonna speak about me as a man.
My pride.
Me as a man. That's exactly what I'm about to say.
Hurt my pride.
When I'm ghosted, now I'm lost. I'm left with what the fuck did I do? What
I heard that in your voice.
You know exactly.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but I was like, I did been ghosted a couple times. I felt it.
When you ghosted, now you like, what the fuck did I do? Like, what did I do wrong? Like, now I'm left with so many questions. I don't know what to correct.
well,
I'm a person.
Am I supposed to call? Should I text?
Right. I don't know what to do. I'm a person that has to have understanding. Like,
When's
I have
your
to
birthday?
understand. June 21st. I'm a Gemini and a Cancer. I was born on the cusp.
on the 7th.
June 7th. Good job. You're a Gemini. But I'm a person that have to know what happened. I always have to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm ghosted, I'm lost because I don't know what the hell I did. Now, if you tell me that you're not interested, now my pride is hit, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is wrong with me?
So
like,
what's the solution?
There is none. I just got to get over it.
Why you internalize it?
I just got back in the day. Well, not right now. I give you a solution from back in the day when I wasn't.
Well, just jump to another coochie.
I was a
get over one to get
a young man.
Get under one to get over the other.
A young man, but mine's now is you didn't pass up the best thing you probably didn't could ever had.
You went the egotistical way.
Yeah, damn right.
Okay.
And see, and that's
I look at the best of myself, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I'm saying.
And it's crazy.
I look in the mirror every day, bitch. You don't know what you missed.
Well,
I start preaching. You know that reverend voice. Girl, you don't know. You just don't know. You'll be back. And when you do, you think you gonna come around here?
Okay.
When you did your whole shit, you wrong. Because I done moved on.
Yeah,
Amen.
Amen.
Well, what I say to that is you shouldn't internalize it because sometimes it's not even you.
It don't matter anyway.
And see, and that's what my issue be. I always take it on to myself. On myself, I be
as
like,
a man, you do that.
What did I do wrong? You know what I'm saying? It had to be me.
I'm saying, but a man to take it harder.
Yeah, because I feel like
man, take it hard. I'm trying to tell you.
I feel like it have to be me. Like it has to be
Just
something
call me
I did
ugly
wrong.
to my face.
Especially if she moves on to somebody else, then it makes me feel like, what the fuck does he have that I didn't have?
Especially if a man did everything.
What the fuck did he do that I didn't do? It's not necessarily measuring. I'm not necessarily measuring dicks. I'm not measuring dicks. But it has to be. If you walk away from me and go to somebody else, it has to be something that you didn't see in me that you see in that other person. So now I'm like, what did I not do that this person is doing to make you want them?
You know what?
Oftentimes it may not even be you, but I often take it on myself to be like, it had to be something.
An old school dude once told me, if a man take your woman, go ask that. If you really want her back, go ask that nigga what he did.
He eating the booty. I ain't gonna eat the booty. He can eat the booty.
Yeah, I ain't eat no ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That cut the cake. I be like, and then if I go ask that man, he be like, man, all I did was lick up, but she wanted something just a little nasty. You got it, player.
How do you always end back up on eating ass?
Dog,
It seems
I don't
like
know.
every show, ass eating comes up.
I ain't bring it up this time.
One of y'all niggas really eating ass because it always comes up.
Oh, hell no.
You married, so you ain't got no boundaries.
Boy, I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. I don't eat a lot of shit, and ass is a big part of all of that.
You done slipped up and ate the ass before. One of y'all niggas ate ass.
Why you always talking about slip up and eating ass?
Ass
Yeah, you
eating
be slipping
always
up on purpose?
I done slipped and ate an ass before, but that's not the point.
Hold on.
That's not the point.
How do you slip up after the? Okay, one time, but how many times you done slipped up?
Balance be off, but that's not the point. Y'all keep on bringing up ass eating, not me.
Nigga say the balance of ass eating. I ain't eating no ass. Point blank. Period.
These niggas bring up
if
ass
you love
eating
your woman, you
every
gonna,
show.
You gonna every crevice.
I'm gonna tell you
No, that is not correct.
that you ain't supposed to be on every crevice.
Yes,
You ain't licking no armpits. I ain't spitting in no damn mouth. I ain't doing none of that shit. You ain't spitting in my mouth. You better go talk to JoJo.
Let me tell you something. Mine can get whatever she wants.
See,
she can't do it to me.
Upper.
She can't do it to me.
Slip her upper.
She can't do
He
it
just
to
say
me.
he be slipping up eating ass.
She can't do it to me.
Right.
But whatever she wants, she can get it.
So
mine
you don't
can get
believe
whatever she
in Okay, so you
Remember
don't
that.
believe in 100% pleasing your woman.
I'm a pleaser.
99.9.
I mean,
that ain't gonna work because then if your woman want that 1%,
future woman out there, I ain't eating your ass.
Well, find you a woman that don't want her ass ate.
I have a lot more talents than eating ass.
Motherfuckers didn't start eating ass to Kevin Gates. Fuck you, Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
No,
no.
no. Don't get it misconstrued. Motherfuckers didn't start admitting to eating ass until Kevin Gates said it. Motherfuckers was doing it way before.
I take
he
that
just
back,
made it
Kevin.
okay to say
Y'all
it.
need to have a conversation about sexual liberation because y'all be what is it? Is that you like?
Trust me, these
scared?
shows
Is
are
this
coming.
Like some,
These shows are coming.
You scared like some gay shit or something?
Those-
What's wrong with it?
Because ass is not supposed to be ate.
Ass ain't
I'm
supposed
in
to
the
be
medical
fucked
field,
either, but
so
y'all
I
be
know
liking it
a
in
lot
the
of
ass.
shit. I barely
Y'all
off of this. Next time I'm reference gentlemen.
Right, PTSD.
Hey, all right, check this out. I got to announce something. I need y'all to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel because this will be our last live on Facebook. We're switching to YouTube live. So I need y'all to go there. And I want to thank
on all your phones.
I want to thank you for coming on our show.
Yes, Danny.
And hopefully the next time you hear we ain't talk about eating ass.
Y'all probably because y'all always segue to some sexual.
So I mean,
y'all did good today though.
Yeah, it was only once.
But yeah, go do that.
Relatively.
Share this. Go like and subscribe to our platforms and definitely YouTube because that's what we will be next time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're trying to get big.
We're legitimate and we out.
Yes, sir. There's no way that I should date a chick and she don't know that I am part of Reckless Gentlemen.